Hello there, it's Tomahawk, and today we're gonna have a look at the early access test of Armored Warfare. I have to put a disclaimer beforehand, before anything. This is limited access gameplay footage. Game might change as it is at this very moment. It's a little bit unstable, as I already experienced yesterday. It likes to crash every now and then. But hey, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the features, etc., and then we'll have a gameplay. Also, disclaimer beforehand, I am a total scrub when it comes to this game. I am an okay WoD player, I would say, but Armored Warfare, it just feels a bit different. You can recognize it from your game of World of Tanks, but it's not the same. So you can recognize it, but you still get a different experience. I already seen it's fun, however I'm not entirely sure yet if this is what I expect from my tank game. But then again, I only played like 3 games yesterday. So yeah, just have a look at some stuff here, and I think it's too early to draw a conclusion as of yet. But hey, more competition for World of Tanks is positive, because hopefully it forces also them to try harder and improve their game. Currently, you start with 2 separate vehicles. This is the M113, directly reminded me of the APC from the first Command & Conquer, but then it has this gun on it. Then if you want to upgrade this gun, you go here and you see all the modules you can have. So I have the bigger gun on it, I have a best engine and some torsion bars and shock absorbers. You can see here this orange bar on the top, which is basically displaying your progress towards your next vehicle, which will be this LAV 150. It's part of the dealer Wilfy, and Wilfy is presented here. Peace through independence. Your inventory reflects what you learned as a diplomat. Adaptability is survival. So she is dealing mostly in light vehicles, wheeled vehicles, but also here main battle tanks. Leopard 2. You see here some other vehicles. I really want to get my hands on that Weasel. Yeah, that's also a mean machine, by the way. An Italian one. So, sadly I'm only tier 1 at this moment. It is very poor Sophie's standard armor. It's basically an autocannon. Yeah, then again we have this other guy, Sheeskin, who's dealing in other vehicles. Also light vehicles, but also this big Italian monster here. These seem to be premium vehicles. Yeah, that's correct. Not sure how to get my hands on that yet. Here we can go to the battle point, and this is my dossier here. You see 2 wins, 2 losses. Well, pretty much seems I'm also average in this game. However, I died 3 times with 1 kill. Damage ratio is also interesting. Yeah, favorite vehicle M113. I like it better than the PT67 so far. Then again, I couldn't win on it yesterday. So that's the beginning. The battalion is basically the same as a platoon, I guess, which I don't want to play right now. Good. Let's go back to the garage, see this stuff. Here we can change the ammos. So I have some armor piercing. What is the DS? Yeah, it's basically armor piercing. Sabo shells, and then we have the armor piercing incendiary. I put 50-50, I have no clue what it does yet. Also I can put some consumables in it, just like your ordinary World of Tanks stuff. But hey, let's have a spin and we'll check it out later. Here we can see the battle queue, you see the amount of players that's queued up here. Also where I am in, I'm in tier 1 in the AFV class, which is basically could be considered as being the scout division of this game. We have main battle tanks, tank destroyers, self-propelled guns and light tanks. You see we get matched up here. Loading. We're playing on the map port, Storm. Mostly tier 1s and a couple of tier 2s in there, with us having the benefit of having this extra tier 2. Once again, disclaimer, I am a scrub. You can see pretty much the what setup, your tank panel on the bottom left and the map on the bottom right. The teams on the side, the countdown timer for 30 seconds and also the score on the top is pretty much a copy of what we all know. However, I find this interface a bit more overwhelming than the World of Tanks one. But hey, let's see what happens. Battle starts in 3 seconds.
Gunner, scan for targets. Affirmative. Driver, move out. Look, Sabo.
So here we go. It's quite interesting. You see that the crew is yelling out for what we're loading up, for instance. Kind of give you this atmosphere. I like pretty much how the map looks. All these clouds and smoke and like things flying through the air. The trails that the vehicles are leaving. Burned down tanks. Like I said, it feels a bit more overwhelming. Also the vehicle seems to be a bit more unresty. It's not like your War Thunder drifting going on. It's also not your World of Tanks sticking like a magnet. This is more like a thing in between. So yeah, my first objective in this battle is to see what happens if we go and join up the rest of the team and maybe get some spots off. So there's the worst enemy vehicle. Maybe I can shoot. The PT-76 is a bit more armored than this thing, so it's not advisable to shoot from such a distance. If you might have seen when I switched to sniper mode, the turret is extremely sensitive when you move it around, especially around the neutral area. If it points where you're aiming, and then if you move left and right, it switches very quickly, which gives a bit of an unresty feeling. See more tanks here. I like the fact you get like an indicator, like where you should be focusing your shots at. You see sort of a sixth sense icon showing me I've been spotted, and I get out of there. Get a few shots in. I'm trying to mark my target with this E function you see on the bottom. It's a special AFV class. Special as far as I think I have heard from a previous Jingles video. Good. Pushing forward a bit more. Those enemies are camping behind that building there. But still the PT-67 is there. For your intents and purposes I wanted to get a bit more action in, so I played aggressive. You see the physics are a bit funny, like the way I reversed up that hill was a bit too fast for reality, I think. That's pretty cool, I think. You see that those oil tanks blowing up, burning down, spawning the M113 again. What can I do? Yeah, so I think this game is doing a good job so far at creating atmosphere. As I said, it might keep you from losing the overview, especially in the beginning, but I think a lot of these features are a case of getting used to, and as soon as you're used to it, it makes a lot of sense, I guess. Oh, I get a shot, but he dies. That's annoying. Turning, playing a bit more aggressive again. More or less the point here. I'm trying to see what this cruise control is doing. You can see on the bottom left. Same controls as in World of Tanks, R and F for cruise control. I want to get some flanking in on those guys. What annoyed me a bit here is the guy who you see in front of me, that icon, means he is dead. And it's gives me, I don't know, a sense of insecurity. I was thinking twice before I moved. I also see all those icons. Does it mean they were unspotted, or is it all dead tanks? I'm not entirely sure. You see him pumping damage here, but he ricocheted a couple times on me, as it seemed, and I did about 118 damage on him. I shoot a couple in the air, so my gun has to reload. Not sure how that can be done manually. I haven't checked the controls out yet, but I'm just doing my thing like a pro World of Tanks noob. So, again an M113, give him a bit of lead and doing damage, quite nice damage actually. Keep popping as that other guy, and the M113 was driving behind him as well. Sadly didn't get a shot at him. And now I want to play really aggressive. You see that Scorpion? He's gonna be mine. I want to have him. And you see now on their team you have this PT-76 who is like semi-grey, which I thought is like he's dead or AFK or never spotted, or I don't know. But it appears in a little bit that he is actually still alive. I proximity spot this guy, or I don't know exactly, maybe from the other one. He spots me at least. But then you see on the map behind me is the PT-67, but here is some surprise butt sex coming for you. You see again the turret is really wiggling around as soon as you try to adjust a little bit, which is a bit annoying. But the game is over right before I can kill this guy. This turret flies off spectacularly. So we're back after the game. You can see I've successfully completed my research on this tank. Grants me to move on to the next vehicle. It was quite an okay game, my best game so far I think, especially like the surprise butt sex on that tier 2. I ended third on my team. 4 spots, 786 damage. Okay, assisted kills 4, 0 kills, and the reputation earned. So then again, my performance, you can see for what you get which experience, which is quite nice, so you can actually see for what you get your worth experience as well as credits for, so you can also more focus towards improving your game, since you know what's going on. And it gives you this extra bit of money and credits as well as experience. So let's click to the dealers, to Wilfly, and now I can buy my LAV 150, which I've just done. Let's get back to the garage. Get away. There we have it. It looks a bit bulky and it looks a bit old. He's flashing, needs ammo. So let's load it up. 20mm HE. I think I'll be going for the APIs here. Okay, this one is still locked, so I still need to research that. There's some 20mm HE. Let's do it like this. And auto resupply, confirm. Auto repair, confirm, firm. Yes, please. Too many confirms. It's like Windows Vista almost. Good. So that was pretty much quickly my first glance at the Armored Warfare Early Access. I must say it does look like fun. Even after this quick game, I gain a bit more confidence in it. So yeah, you psyched to see more? Leave a comment, like, share, etc, etc. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.